Guys, welcome back to the channel. We are coming to you from Codger Corner. Yes, Codger Corner is currently being rebuilt. Right now we're more like Codger Table, but we'll get there pretty soon. So I wanted to talk about everything stems today, and this is going to be a little different stem video than you might have seen in the past. This is going to be kind of from a maybe more utilitarian point of view, and then also a personal preference point of view. So first off, there are generally 3 to 4 different stem types. We could argue that there are obviously other forms of or materials you can make stems out of. You can ask any of the pipe makers here on YouTube or Rumble now, what those are, but the main ones are, you've got acrylic, vulcanite, ebonite, same family, plastic, and nylon. And then there's, there is another company, which I do not have here, that makes bamboo corncob stems, and that's Old Dominion, but I don't have one of those here. But I thought I would just show you some of the stem materials that I have, and then my personal preference on stem materials and kind of how they're made and how they're formed, and what to me can really make or break a pipe for me. So first off, I'll show you the classic vulcanite. This is a Peterson. This is my Paladin pipe. It's a Kinzel XL20. Has a very nice large bowl on it. You can see this is you can see some oxidation there. There you go. And this is vulcanite. Vulcanite's a type of rubber. Rubber will oxidize if you leave it out in the sun. It seems to oxidize, honestly, just anything. I mean, through the life of the material, it seems to oxidize no matter what. So with vulcanite stems, there is a little bit of maintenance that's required. And you can see I need to perform a little bit of that maintenance. But I do enjoy vulcanite stems. I think they're softer on the teeth. I like how they fit. They are very nice. But vulcanite is one way of having a stem material. So next up, we have another form of vulcanite, ebonite, and this is a Jason Mouton Bings that he made for me. This is German ebonite, so a little different, but same family. Again, I enjoy it, soft on the teeth, very nice. And you've got plastic. There you go. You can see the seam there. Plastic is definitely a utilitarian material. It does not hold up very well. It will, over time, you will bite through it, but plastic is a very nice option. And the replacement stems for these bad boys are only about $1. Next, we have some Medicos. This is a Medico, Franken Medico. It's a Cavalier Stummel with a VFQ stem. Originally, the VFQs were Bakelite stems. I believe this may be Bakelite. I could be wrong. It could also just be nylon. I will post some pictures of some ads, and the VFQs were the only ones that did not say they were nylon stems, so my guess is this may be Bakelite. As well as this. However, I am sort of guessing this might be nylon, but I believe it was advertised as Bakelite, at least in one advertisement. And then this guy, which is a Bakelite kind of horn looking stem. And it's a VFQ as well. And then finally, you have acrylic. Okay, this is a Forever stem on a Diplomat, I believe, corncob. And the advantage of acrylic is it does not oxidize. Now, Bakelite and plastic do not oxidize either. Although, like I said before, you can chomp through plastic pretty easily. And Bakelite, I've never bit through one, but I've definitely given it some chew marks, as you can see there. But acrylic is a lot harder to destroy. It is arguably a better made material, but it is harder. It is harder on your teeth. It is not as soft. Therefore, I do not regularly prefer acrylic stems, although I do love the look of them. I don't prefer how they sit in my teeth or my mouth. So that's just generally and again, like I said, I don't have a bamboo stem here, but generally the materials are used for pipe making stems. Now, something that makes or breaks a pipe for me is the width of the stem. Okay, so this is a classic example. This is way too fat. Okay, versus this is my half and half Sir Walter Raleigh pipe, which is darn near close to what I consider to be a perfect stem. Oop, as I lose it. So I'm gonna try to show you side by side here. So look at the difference in width. And then the best stem, I'm just going to take this guy off. The best stem that I've ever had is this Jason Mouton. I'm going to try to compare the two here. Look at the difference in thickness. The button is a little bit broader versus on here. And I asked him to make a little bit thinner bit for me. I love the thinness of this ebonite. It is the perfect width for me. So I'll show you again. This is a plastic, this is a corncob stem here. I'll just take this out so I can show you a little easier. There you go. So, and then I'll show you the P-lip just to give you another good. So the P-lip's a little thick, but because the P-lip has this downward angle on it here, it really catches the teeth pretty easily and really results in an effortless clench for me. And I have become a clencher over the last few years. So one thing that's hard to do when you're new and you're trying to pick pipes is to know what stem you like. And part of that is just trial and error. Unfortunately, you may have to go through a lot of different pipes to kind of find the one that just fits your teeth and your mouth the way you want. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you can kind of look at the dimensions of a pipe and say, hey, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to like that, or I'm not sure that I will like that. Here is my velvet pipe, but you can see how thin that is, and I love that stem. Again, comparing it to one of my fattest stems. And again, you may be watching this video and say, man, I really like the thicker stems, and that's okay. Because guess what? It's your pipe, and that's what matters. But I find the thicker bit just kind of bothers me. Medeco really pushed the nylon bite-proof, they called it, because old codgers back in the day would just chew their pipe stems to hell and back. This is a thermofilter, and this is a very comfortable stem, but it's not super thin. But because it's not super thin, it comes out in this very nice wide fishtail, and therefore the surface area really works well with my mouth. I really enjoy this one. This was kind of a surprise to me when I first got it, because I ordered it online from an estate seller, and I thought, I'm not gonna like this, but it just fits really well. It is now one of my favorite pipes. And then lastly, I believe this is a newer Medico. I know this is a newer Medico. I procured this from West Virginia Smoke Shop. This is a Lavat, and you can see it's got a wonderful thin stem with a great button on it. However, I am going to say this is most likely plastic. That's my guess. This line to me is very similar in feel to, and even look, to the Missouri Meerschaum stems. Now this is a little wider, so you get a little more surface area, but I would bet that these are plastic. The new Medicos, and a lot of the older Medicos, the States, so these guys and this one, and definitely this one, that are Bakelite, they have a whole different feel, and a lot of the other ones that had black stems were nylon bite proof, and I didn't bring one of those over here. Again, this one may be nylon, even though I believe it was advertised as Bakelite, but like I said, it may be just a yellow nylon. But they are very comfortable to clench, very comfortable, lightweight, weigh nothing, beautiful smoking pipes, excellent smoking pipes. So yeah, well, that's going to wrap up my little stem talk. I prefer the thinner stems, have a nice little good button. Again, this has kind of been the ultimate in stem pipe for me. Just that great button to get your teeth around, and so thin that just an effortless clench, especially with a rather large Bing's pipe. So guys, if you have any questions about stems, feel free to ask. I'm here to help. I hope you, I wish you much luck in your pipe finding journey. Again, some of it's going to be trial and error, but know that we all go through it. When we get a pipe and we aren't able to try it out, and I understand why, but we aren't able to try it out, we get it and we're like, ooh, this just doesn't fit my mouth very well. It happens, but that's what the secondhand market's for. So until we see you again, take care, guys.